What's going on, everyone? Today we are analyzing SB19's Moonlight. I already did a reaction with this previously with my dance company, either here on this channel or on their channel. This particular video is focused on the analysis. So that means there's going to be a lot of pauses, a lot of back and forth, a lot of me sharing my thoughts, whether it's sharing my thoughts about the choreography, the formations, the camera moves, and also sharing experiences that kind of illustrate the dance life in a sense. So what qualifies me to run my mouth? I've been dancing for over 25 years, choreographing, directing, and teaching for about 20. Been dancing since I was 8, started competing in high school, co-founded a competitive dance company called Family Business back in 2004, toured with a professional hip-hop dance theater company called Antics, danced with artists such as Dalwin, Jonathan Varay, Casey and the Sunshine Band, and Kool and the Gang, performed for events such as the opening for Universal Studios Nintendo Land, Universal Studios City Walks Exhibition, Choreographer's Carnival, World of Dance, Hip Hop International, produced and sold out a show with my dance company, and I currently direct a dance entertainment company called Temper Tantrum. Make sure you guys go check out their channel because they do reactions too. And again, I'm not a K-pop stan, I'm simply a dancer that appreciates the level of difficulty that a lot of these artists are putting into their choreography. And with that, let's head on over to the video. So one thing I already know that you guys mentioned in the comments is that a lot of this was meant for the music video, so have not seen that yet. We're probably going to do that as a group. We generally focus on just the dance practices because there's no fancy lighting, no flourishing it. It's just the raw essence of the dance. Love hearing the running. I mean, even though this isn't dancing, I just love the fact that it starts off with this and just very intense, and then seeing like there's the whole crew right there just getting ready to go. So the fact that I think this whole thing was a one take. There was a lot of effort and choreography, not just on screen but off screen as well. The people had to hide behind the camera and probably in these corners. I've not seen the documentary part yet. I've seen you guys comment on that. I'll get to it if we get to it because there's a lot of stuff on our plates right now. We generally don't always have time to do that stuff, but if we do, we'll check it out. Yeah, just seeing the amount of people that have to hide just to, even them having to maneuver around the fellas like that. But again, nice. If we're facing this from the stage, this is a very interesting starting position in terms of like them starting and looking at the crowd. So if it's your first time watching me, I like to think of like your first pose or your first 5 seconds of the performance, very similar to like YouTube. Your starting position, in this case they're just standing forward, making eye contact with the audience, is their starting position. I think it's I think that's kind of a little bit more on the high risk side because it's easy to do a head down with your feet apart or look away dramatically. This one with the intentional like staring into space or even staring at the audience. If you have not had the opportunity to be on stage, then you don't know what it's like to just awkwardly stare at an audience member for a prolonged period of time, or just be enamored with the amount of people there. Even though you're trying to be this version of yourself on stage, sometimes seeing all those people or noticing people look at you can kind of like take you back sometimes, but you have to stay focused. So with this, head down and looking away, sometimes it can sometimes be helpful because you can remain focused, but them looking straight ahead means they're acknowledging the audience, but so they have to heavily have strong character in themselves here, and they do because they have a very like a deadpan look. It kind of sets the tone of what they're going for. Simple like grooves, but like very simple formation change here to a line to a 2-3. Those of you who have been watching me, I always assume whoever's watching this is going to be their first time. So a line formation I think is generally one of the more high risk type of formations, especially since it's their first formation, because you can easily see the different shapes. You can see everyone. Boom, boom, boom. No one's hiding, but if someone is here in between, they can hide. And if someone's back point all the way back there, they can hide. But these guys are all seen, exposed. So that means if they make a mistake, if their shapes are different, or if their timing is off, everyone can see that. Nice. Ooh. I love, like, I remember commenting that this felt Lady Gaga-esque, simply because it's like very, it's such a different, it resembles that because there's moves that are kind of awkward that would seem weird, but it makes sense when a whole group is doing it. But also it's very different from the other styles that I've seen them do, from like super staccato, a strong, sharp boy band type choreography to angsty, crump, swaggy, crump style choreography. Now this is to all the way feel good funk with Where You At. So this one's very, I'm enjoying the versatility and the different artistic directions that they're going with. Like this right here is just like this, just hop, hop, hop at everyone's information. 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 1. Ooh, that was beautiful. It's like simple, and it's also simple movements too. Like here, hit place, 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 to a wave in, boom, to a nice line, da 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 da. So I see the effect that they're going for here. I don't know if this is the proper lens for it, because it would be cool to see everyone else kind of be pushed out as well, but we're just seeing these people. But I see what they're going for, and I'm pretty sure it's going to look fantastic in the final product because this is a test shot. God, the intentional camera move is so good, because it's like, because they're pulling us in, pull, 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 whoa, reveals with everyone. I see what they're going for now. So I think the main focus is on him, pull back, then the reveal is the group, and the fact that there's a mirror back there makes it seem like this line is so much bigger than it is. Nice with the musicality on the wah da da. Nice use of just the trace into a body roll. Da da da. I love this vibe, dude. It's very nonchalant, very aloof, but also very like defined and clear in the pictures. It's not lazy, because it's like, if it was lazy, the arms would be flopping all over the place, but there's an intention over the arm of how high, how far the arms need to be, and there's a certain like intention of the textures, because he can just easily like, so like he can easily just go up, up, but he's going up, down, up, down. So even though it looks simple, it is not. There's a lot of intention. This move right here too, da 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 da. Very like, again, for me it feels Gaga-esque. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice reach. Ooh, nice shapes. And this, again, this very like awkward choreography, quote unquote awkward. Okay, because it's a nice strong reach. Then just hands on the side, step, hop, 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 hop. But the way that they use that for the shapes, boom, boom, ba, nice. Everyone's nice strong shape here. Then lean, and then step. That's such a nice use of levels right there. Ooh, this part is sick. This song also feels a little housey too, and I kind of want to do some housing to it. 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Hey, that's hard, dude. We got one rhythm going on with the feet, and then you're trying to match the hands going its own pathways. But this is also super mesmerizing, with everyone facing different directions. But it's also, like I say, a very simple groove of just of your feet going in, out, in, out, in, out. It's repetitive. So grooves, I think, are one of the easiest and funnest things to do, and it's very easy to captivate an audience, because it can, if used properly, it can really mesmerize an audience through sheer simplicity. With this, so let's see how many accounts this is. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8, and 1. So they use about an 8 count of it, but they use a 4 counts of it before they start accessorizing it with the arms. So grooves are a lot of fun to watch because it's simple, it's repetitive motion, it's also in sync with the music. So those kind of items almost make it feel hypnotic, because it's not where our brain isn't having to reset. It makes it mesmerizing because it becomes more predictable, or versus if it's just random, if it's just pictures that we're always trying to hit, bop, 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 like that, like how your brain has to reset to kind of take in the new information. But this, a simple like waving, and just doing that, it gets mesmerizing because it's a consistent rhythm, but now combine that with music. Okay, and that's essentially what I find a groove is. But then after that you can start accessorizing it. It's gonna be hard to do, but you can start switching it up. But I don't know, it's hard to do with this. But this with grooves, like once you have the base groove down, you can start accessorizing it like what they did with their arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8. So that's essentially the part where they can accessorize it, or they add much more intricate movements. And this is hard, making this part look smooth and also making the upper torso part of the choreography very sharp and clean. 1. And what also, there's so much layers in how good this is as well. Not just the grooves and the intricacy in the choreography, but the intentional use of different directions. Because it'll look super clean, like if everyone was facing the front, but we got different directions happening, which makes the choreography like very intriguing. Normally I see people do this type of like thing towards the end of their song, like as if like it's a kill off, but it's, you know, kill off meaning like the big finish and whatnot. Because usually I see like these groups do like the last chorus, either a completely new set of choreography or completely different directions or a different take on it. Nice simple dynamic. Again, this awkwardness right here is awesome, dude. Like just the weird like shapes and the intentional use of that. Da 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 do 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 do. So again, I'm not trying to say like awkward like is a mean term. It's just different, like what I said in the beginning. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the upside is that the choreography is simpler, but it's not easy because there's a certain energy you have to maintain throughout. Okay, because you can walk back 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But again, super from my perspective and experience, but like it might be simple for some of you guys watching, but maintaining that energy, again, not easy. Relative to other ones where it's like crazy 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and like, and then level change, formation change within like 2 seconds. This is, I'd say, relatively easy in terms of choreography, but very hard in terms of like the intention of how they're moving everything else. The fact that they're letting us stay with it, some things a little longer, it makes it's easier for, I would say, like the layman to really appreciate it, because like dancers have a trained eye to be able to pick up certain nuances faster, whereas the layman, if you like, that's why sometimes bigger pictures, clearer pictures and counting on the whole counts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, instead of 1 and 2 and 3, or 1E and a 2, the layman or the regular person will not always see the small nuances in that. So it's so simple, but it's so effective, and it's letting me and the viewers really appreciate the shape and the concept and the idea. Great use of asymmetry in the formations here. So boom, boom, and size in terms of like using design concepts. So assuming that this is a stage view, excuse me, he's off here, boom, great use of the floor, group is right here, nice, creates nice separation, great use of levels, and nice different like textures too. Ba 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 ba. So snake it up, snake it up, snake it up. 7, 8. So this run right here very much reminds me of Genki Sudo. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he was a dancer that I saw, and he was a former MMA artist turned musician from Japan, who did a lot of botting and tutting for his music, and this is how he always ran to every set. So I wonder if this is kind of like paying homage to it, but it's still like that's what it reminded me, and I really appreciate seeing this. Ooh, love that. The very simple as they use that these steps out for that formation change. Da 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 da. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, no, those are hops. These are simple, but this is a cardio workout right there, and they got to keep a straight face. Ooh, do. And notice how big he's moving. Where's he going? Where's he going? He's going all the way up. This guy right here. Let's keep an eye on him. He's keeping it close to center, so he's not traveling as much, and he's not as extended. Whereas compared to people who are going from upstage to downstage, they gotta move, and he's hopping even more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Boom. This guy freaking traveled from all the way here to here. Okay, and the other guy, let's see where he finishes. He just starts from a circle, right? So he just finishes right around there. He just kind of circles with it around himself and almost. Just so, yeah, okay. I see where you are. Okay, so he's kind of like around where this guy finished. You might have been around right there. So again, I'm pointing this out simply because like the effort of like having to go from a formation change, because he's being a little bit more, he can be economical because he doesn't have to travel so much. Also, look how close everyone else is. You're gonna hit someone. Love that. Just like because we went from like very chaotic, like very big, strong shape. Look, party, and then a little bit of a groove right there. Head ISO. So it's nice contrasting shapes, so very outward. Ba, strong. Let us hold. Ba. It's just nice. Contrasting shapes are just working really well right now. 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, and the fact also is that they're changing front and center the whole time. So as they're doing this, they're trying to find where's front and where's center, so they can make sure they hit that, make sure the spacing is right, and then here, boom. This is what they're doing right now. The front is a corner, but I was never a fan of that because my brain is like, but this is to see where the lines of the floor are, like, but that's not the correct orientation. You need to fix yourself. So it just kind of bugged me whenever the formations would end up like that. Not on them. This is just a personal experience. The biggest thing in this that's really standing out to me is the powerful simplicity, because it's like they're living, and the moments are just simple, and you just, I don't know, there's a lot of strong character in it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So because we just had 2 very big movements here, relatively big, okay, because we got a big head move, like a head tilt is visually big, a lean, and then we got a heel tap. Then we go subtle, big, subtle, which is what they did earlier too. Party, subtle. Da, 6. Woo! Nice transition. Super clean transition from this diamond or pyramid formation to set up this circle, and beautifully spaced circle. It doesn't, at least from here, it doesn't look like an oval. Great complementing choreography, great use of the levels. So we got, again, let's go from like how they use levels here. We got from standing level, boom, to lying down and low level. Great complement, great atmosphere choreography. This is gonna be like super fun to watch from like a tower cam or bird's eye view. 5. Nice. Appreciate a little bit of braking there, or because what they got here is you got a belly roll, boom, onto the stomach, plant that right leg, go into a left hook, boom, step up, and they're back standing, and then again readjusting the formation. We're readjusting the front and center again to make a diagonal, but to here is a line. It's a line, but dang, this the amount of direction shifts of where front and center is just mind-boggling. 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6. Great reveal. The timing for that they had to do that, to make sure that there was enough space and the camera doesn't slow down, and that's wow. Then this, I forgot about they take us everywhere, man. The only thing that they don't take us is right now, because they're in the studio, is the ceiling, because the bird's eye view, because there's a ceiling. But damn, this is, oh God, they're just showing off. Boom, boom, ba. Go to the elbow, trace, ba, ba. Man, that is so good. I think, and the fact that this is a one take, that's so hard. There's so many things so difficult with this. Like, obviously a one take or a oneer, changing directions, maintaining energy, making sure the formations are equally spaced and proper the whole time, not getting in the way of the camera, not getting in the shot. But what it's doing as well is like it's really taking us in a visual journey in a small space, and they decide to go beyond that in a sense. Whereas like, okay, you've seen the room, we're gonna take you like this. Feels a little bit more intimate because now they're surrounding us, and they create a smaller room just using the dancers that are there. It's genius, man. It's one of those things that are like, that are like, damn, I wish I thought of that. And that's how you know some shit is good. Like where you're like, fuck, that's good. I wish I thought of that. This is really good. And then this reveal too, boom. Like we're kind of in their world, bam, reveal. Another group right here, and then the rest of the crew hiding in the back, catching a breather, maybe cheering other people on, or getting ready for the next thing. I like how this is very simple shapes here. Like I almost feel like they could have if they wanted to go to a crazy tutting part here. All they do is change the flex of the hands, boom, flip, bring it forward, flip it, go out, switch. But what they do here is they change the speed, boom, speed control, lean, and a little bit of a wave. Simple but not easy. 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Da da. And then they do this reveal. Run and run and run. Bah. Oh God. Simple. It's so good, man. Man, yeah. This whole thing is just genius. Like the style of choreography, the styling, the vibe of it. Because it's such a far cry from Go Up, which is very strong staccato, athletic, strong, clear shapes. This was a lot more, I'd say, simple grooves with high energy execution, but more abstract style choreography that's not typical for, I would say, a lot of choreographers. I would say that I typically don't see. That's just me though. But then very complex formation changes and everything in terms of direction changes, level changes, but also the fact that the fun part is with how they use the camera, since it's a oneer and they move all around, you feel like you're in it, not just a viewer. Like, because usually when they do dance practice videos, it's like a static shot and then and then you're watching the choreography, and it's very similar to audience and stage. But with this, that's the fun part. We can feel like we're in the whole performance with them. It feels very involved, almost intimate, because we're a participant in this whole thing. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed.